It's April 22nd, 2024. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Happy Earth
Happy Earth Day. And thank you for coming. We appreciate it on this beautiful evening. I'm Julia Kukuro, and I'm pinch hitting for the board chair, Walter Schroth, who couldn't be with us tonight. So I'm going to chair this meeting as I'm the vice president of the board. So let us begin with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
If Zeke
And
Thomas.
Zeke, yeah. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Noisy crowd out there.
Yeah, they're excited.
Can we have the roll call, Jared?
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Julia Tamarki-Kukuro?
Present.
Mr. Harley? Here. Dr. McCombie?
Here.
Dr. Rigg?
Here.
Dr. Schaefer?
Here.
Mr. Steve?
Here.
Mr. Schroth? Mrs. Thomas?
Here. Okay. Walter, since Mr. Schroth isn't here, we have no board president message. I've welcomed everybody. I'm glad everybody's here tonight. So Jared, do we have any public comment?
No, ma'am.
No public comment tonight. Reports from IAEA. AFSCME. SGA. You're on? You're stucco.
Thank you.
Please.
The IHS Student of the Month for March was Charles Weber, and Kate Lehman was April's Student of the Month. All students of the month from across Indiana County will be honored at a banquet on May 13th at the Kowalczyk Center, with costs for the students and their families being covered by Colonial Motors. The annual IHS Mini-Thon was held on March 21st, and IHS Leadership Seminar students raised over $45,000 to support pediatric cancer research. 36 of our Future Business Leaders of America students, FBLA, participated in the state competition in the days April 7th through 10th. 8 of the students placed, and 3 will be moving on to the national competition, which will take place in Orlando, Florida. French exchange students visited IHS from April 11th through today. The students, as well as our hosting students, engaged in a number of activities, including visits to Pittsburgh and Washington. This Wednesday, IHS seniors will be participating in the second annual Soft Skills Challenge in downtown Indiana. The event is coordinated by Aaron IU28 and involves students visiting downtown businesses in which students would demonstrate skills that are necessary to be career ready. 10th graders will be visiting the U.S. Holocaust Museum and the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. this coming Friday. The trip is grant funded and will be a valuable learning experience for our 10th grade history students enrolled in the modern history class. SGA is sponsoring the prom, which will take place on Saturday, May 18th. The Grand March will take place at the high school auditorium starting at 3:30 p.m. You are invited to attend. Senior High Awards Night will take place on Thursday, May 23rd at 6:30 p.m. You are certainly invited to attend this event. Thank you.
Very nice, thank you. I wanted to tell you that I thought the Aaron Intermediate dinner was just delightful, and your chamber music group
Yes,
really
thank
did
you.
an outstanding. It was just lovely, so thank you very much. I know you worked hard at that. Okay, superintendent's report, please, Rob.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to, in lieu of my report, we're going to recognize several of our athletic teams and academic competition teams here tonight. And tonight we're celebrating more than just their victories that they've won. We also want to take a minute to recognize the dedication that they have put forth and the commitment they displayed by these students throughout the year. Placing at a state level competition, much less winning a state competition, is hard. It's really difficult to do. You have to put in work from the time that you're a little kid up to this moment. So it's no small feat. So tonight it's not just about the wins, but it's also about their hard work, their discipline, their focus, and their sacrifice. These young student athletes' relentless pursuit of excellence is not gone unnoticed. In the face of challenges, they've risen to meet each moment. They've overcome scheduling conflicts, injuries, disagreements, balancing schoolwork with teamwork. It's hard. It's hard to do what they've done. So tonight we applaud you all for the achievements that you've won, and thank you for the joy and the pride that you brought to this community, because it has been great. So Congratulations to each and every one of you. You all deserve it, and we're going to recognize each group and individual here
Round
moving
of
forward.
applause.
So, yeah. We're going to start with the inaugural Democracy Bowl champion team, which includes Ronald Wang and Zeke Thomas and Jonas Vick, who could not be here with us tonight. But gentlemen, if you want to come over here, that. So the Democracy Bowl, the inaugural Democracy Bowl was held a few weeks ago at the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. And we were invited to send a few teams, which we did. And our teams not only took first place, but they took second place. And then the junior high team took third place in their division too. So, but the championship team was Ronald, Zeke, and Jonas, who mopped up the floor with the competition, right? So,
Nice job.
yeah. The nice thing about this is the board and the administration, the teachers have put a lot of time and effort into citizenship education. That's been a focus for us the last few years. And these gentlemen exemplify, what that's all about. So, again, you brought us a lot of pride and a lot of joy, and I congratulate you on the job well done. So, congratulations. Congratulations. You want to start?
For a little variety, yes, sir.
I do want to share with you as well that the president, Jim Spector from UPJ, wrote me a letter to say that with the overall success that this program was, they've decided that they have authorized several additional awards. The first place school district winner for the trivia competition will receive an additional $300 for a total of $500 award that goes to the school because of the performance. They're also allocating a $150 stipend for each of the teachers that participated, and each participating student will receive $50.
How nice.
So UPJ will be sending us cash.
Yes.
Next up, we have our dance team. In the first ever competition for the Dance Challenge in Bridgeport, West Virginia, the Indiana competition competitive dance team took home the following awards: platinum with a score of 273, which I assume is really good. That's in jazz. First place in jazz, first place in overall, and they were grand champion of the entire event.
Right.
So again, all this is possible because of the hard work and dedication of the first year head coach, Lauren Brzezinski, and the hard work and grit that you girls have put in, because I know what you do is not hard, is not easy work, and I know that it takes a toll on your body. So congratulations to each and every one of you for the hard work. So who's the captain that wants to receive the award as a coach? Well, why don't you all come up?
Nice job.
Hey Lauren, was this I heard this was like one of your first events?
This is our first competition.
This is our first
First
competition.
competition.
Yeah,
This is even more important. They don't have
They are very good.
That's amazing.
I love watching them.
Not being invited back.
They're amazing, actually. I bet they took fitness from the time they were little.
They were
They're
saying-
amazing.
Five for there's Sharon and Sharon and Sue.
I figured. Yeah, nice job, ladies.
Yeah, it's good work.
They're better than the IUP team.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, far. They are good.
Well done. Awesome. Congratulations.
But I said they probably did dance from the time they were little. They're fabulous. And they're together.
Thank you. Congratulations, first year head coach.
Look at Dan's taking credit.
Congratulations.
Dan, do some dance moves for us.
Girls basketball, man.
Girls basketball.
Hey, Josh, remember when you took karate?
Taekwondo, yeah.
Taekwondo, Davey's here, he wants to spar with you. He was in your class when you were like 6 years old.
I passed.
He would kill me if I said that.
I passed.
I embarrass him enough. They're so much fun to watch. These girls.
Oh my gosh.
Fun to watch play.
So next up, we have the girls' basketball team. And the girls' basketball team, although they didn't win states, is one of my favorite teams to recognize because of what you guys overcame. Last year, they had 3 starters who put in a lot of minutes, who graduated 2,000-point scores, if I'm correct, right? They have a brand-new coaching staff. There were a lot of question marks going into the season.
That's true.
And these girls came together as a team. They put in the extra work that required, and they overcame everything and outperformed a lot of people's expectations. They really exemplify what teamwork is all about, how far you can go as a unit. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. There's people that say that what you learn in sports, a lot of people credit their experience in sports for their success in life. And I feel really good about your futures of this team, particularly because of what you guys overcame. So with that, they took, let me see here, the girls basketball team won their first PIAA state playoff game in 14 years.
Wow.
Knocking off the number 1 seed, York Suburban in District 3. They finished 20-8 overall under first-year head coach Michael Franciscus and assistant coach McCombie, and went undefeated 11-0 at home with their Canadian team. So, who's the captain?
Dog Cassie.
No captain.
Dog Cassie. Seniors, Dog Cassie.
Yes.
Come on up. So it's almost home school, but I want to congratulate you guys on a fantastic season.
Thank you.
I know we're coming all those challenges and for being awesome.
Yes.
So, who's next?
So,
You guys did it.
Bye, Davey.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, Mike.
Yeah.
Bye, girls. What was your saying? Oh, that's so great. She's such a nice girl. Oh my.
You guys are like, wow.
Did you see a kid that looked like me? He's very quiet, not like me.
You're quiet, Sally.
Now, this next coach, I taught with for many years, like me, Sarah Brown.
Yeah,
Look at her. Sarah and I taught together. We're about the same age, aren't we, Sarah? I think you're plenty my age. Boy, look at these. I was rep instruction. Yeah. Did you get to move over one?
Okay, so this was organized at one time, but gosh, a lot's happened since then.
I want them all to see.
Feel that way when I'm coming home back from the meeting, the whole note about now my hands right with the car.
It's okay. Peyton's not here today.
Caden's not.
We can accept on her behalf.
All right, good deal. Okay, so we'll start with the girls swimming and diving team. So the Indiana girls swimming and diving team finished 3rd at the Whitfield Championships behind Kiski area and Mount Pleasant. Indiana then sent 9 girls swimmers to PIAA championships in Bucknell. Notably, the team of Emily Fry, Lily Vello, Peyton Scott, Sydney Anderson, who secured 5th place finish in the 200-yard medley relay.
Wow, fun.
So,
That's awesome.
those girls. There's a whole bunch of certificates.
Thanks.
We're just gonna- Congratulations. Job well done. And again, you guys didn't hear my comments when you were out there, but I'm amazed by the grit and determination and the time that you guys have put in. What you did is not easy. You know, to compete at the state level takes hard work, and I know you've been working at it since you could float. You know, so I know that that's the sacrifices you made, the injuries you've overcome, the time when everybody else was going to have a good time and you had to be in a pool. You know, that matters. And I know it's hard sometimes. So this is as much a celebration of your grit and determination as it is, your victory, which is significant, And that's for the girls and the boys. The Indiana boys swimming team and diving team finished first at the Whippeal Championships. 9 Indiana swimmers and divers then qualified for the PIAA Championships in Bucknell and took home the gold.
Wow.
The team finished this season absolutely perfect in all dual meets, invitationals, Whippeal meet, and the PIAA state meet. The Indiana boys in total broke 6 Whippeal records.
Wow.
Notably,
What the-
Preston Kessler took home first place in the 200-yard freestyle.
Which
Alex
one's
Bauer
Preston?
placed third in the 200-yard individual medley.
He's not here.
Preston Kessler finished second in the 100-yard freestyle. Joey Margita, Ray Nunez, Alex Bauer, and Preston Kessler finished first in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Alex Bauer placed second in the 100-yard breaststroke. Josh Reed, Ray Nunez, Alex Bauer, and Preston Kessler placed first in the 400-yard freestyle relay. Did I miss anything? So,
Well, yes, you did.
there's one thing I did.
They set records?
Yes.
They said,
for-
yeah, they set
The
records.
PIAA record? is
No,
that-
this
No,
Whippeal
The
records.
Whippeal record.
They missed the PIAA records, right? We didn't break any PIAA.
At Whippeals, they set some records,
But
but
it
you
didn't
can't
count.
actually set the state records when you're
At-
at Whippeals.
Yeah, so they outperformed.
The water was faster at the
Wrong.
Whippeal than Bucknell. They had slow water at Bucknell.
Well, that's at Bucknell, yeah. that's good.
The other thing that's notable here is this is your first ever PIAA state
Wow.
championship team from Indiana in anything.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Rob,
Indiana winning a Whippeal is also,
Yeah, rare.
that's been a long time since we've done that too. So that's pretty, there's 100 and some teams in the Whippeal.
when you're
Guys
finished,
really
could you ask them to stand up, state their names, and tell us what strokes?
Well, here we go. I'll do one better for you. I have Peyton Scott. Peyton Scott.
No, she's not here tonight.
She's not here.
That's right.
Joey Margita. What's the name?
Joey Margita. Very
Did I
good.
get it right? And Joey placed first in the 200-yard freestyle relay.
Yes.
So congratulations.
What year are you in school?
Junior.
You're a junior.
Oh, one more
So
year.
that's it per year, right?
That's right. He'll be
Yeah.
back. He'll be back. Preston Kessler.
Preston's not here tonight.
And Preston took first place in the 200-yard freestyle, second place in the 100-yard freestyle, first place in the 200-yard freestyle relay, and first place in the 400 freestyle relay.
The
So,
400, wow.
we have Alex Bauer. Alex, second place in the 100-yard breaststroke, third place in the 200-yard individual medley, first place in the 200-yard freestyle relay, and first in the 400 freestyle.
Alex, what year are you?
I'm a senior.
Going to Pitt.
Going
Are you
to
going to
Pitt.
Pitt?
Do you go swim for Pitt?
Oh, you're going to Pitt.
You can go because it's.
Is he going to
Ah.
We have Ray Nunez. Ray, congratulations. First place in 200-yard freestyle relay and first place in the 400-yard freestyle. June.
Okay, good.
And then we have Joshua Reed. Joshua Reed was first place in the 400-yard freestyle relay.
Good
Couple more years.
All right. So you guys can do this, and Coach, you want to take this one? This is the overall swimming diving. We missed these guys though. What's your name?
Eli Aiken, and I swim the 500, freestyle, and a relay.
Excellent.
Five
What year are you?
someplace
I'm a
in-
sophomore.
Sophomore.
Good,
Wow.
great.
I'm Matthew Blackstone, and I know the states.
Oh, I know you from the research thing. Yeah, he did a really good research project.
You guys want to come up with Coach? Jen?
Yeah, you guys can go, come on.
I knew him from somewhere.
Oh.
Dad.
You guys come up.
Dad, right in the middle of the meeting.
That
is, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
He's a,
Congratulations. on
I met his mom at the research. He's a nice boy.
Excellent.
Don't we
Yay,
have any
Dr. Brown.
flowers?
Hey, doctor, did she teach you?
Okay.
Did she teach you?
Yes, I did. How are you?
All right, well, thank you guys. Oh, you're welcome to stay. Is there anybody else coming?
We're so
That's it.
proud.
Thank you all. I don't know, why don't, Madam Vice President wants to know why you guys didn't swim the butterfly.
Who swam the butterfly?
Joey took
You did.
So I figured you could swim butterfly. Very good.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Oh, we're honored.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's it, that's all
That
the
was
teams.
very nice.
Okay.
That was very
We
nice.
just missed Nico.
Dan's taking
I will-
credit for it all. Look at him.
Wow,
Did you work with the democracy team too?
Dan did do a great job making sure this was organized for me, so I thank him for
Yeah,
his
he's
work.
good.
Um,
Thank
You
you.
guys are having us so much.
We also had Nico Finella, who was
Oh,
not
yes,
here,
the wrestler.
but, you know, he finished
He's a wrestler.
third at the States, which is, and I don't know if you follow wrestling, but if you
A little
finish
bit.
anything at the state, you go to States, that's impressive.
Right,
But to finish third is outstanding.
it is.
He finished the year with 42-5 records, securing his 100th win. He's only the 5th wrestler in Indiana history to accomplish that.
That's amazing. Now, did you invite him tonight?
We did invite him.
He couldn't be here,
Unfortunately,
okay.
he couldn't come. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, would you take that? And can you take Jonas's? You too?
Wrestling's a tough sport.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Dan.
Oh, we should have said Jim was on the
terrific.
swimming team.
Yes, delightful.
He was on the
Not
what?
this one.
No,
What's that?
he was on the swimming team at Marion Center. His picture's up there.
Was he?
Are you? You famous?
Marion Center posted pictures of all their athletic achievement winners in their gym lobby, and I'm there.
Back in the
What
90s.
did you swim?
The 200 and the 500.
Oh, you swam the 500. Okay.
Yeah, you don't sound excited about it.
She makes fun of me.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
I've been
Let's get down to business.
back to approval of the minutes and agenda. May I have a motion for 3.1 and 3.2, please?
moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Nay? The ayes have it. Okay, board reports. Mr. Schroth isn't here for the Indiana County Technology Center. I don't know if we have anything we want to report if they didn't have a meeting
Their meeting's tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay. Dr. Reed, Aaron.
Yes, we had our meeting on April 16th, 2024. Many thanks to those of you who were able to attend the convention. We had a nice turnout, and kudos to you, Rob, and your team, and the teachers and students who participated. He really had everything set up beautifully. It flowed well. It was perfect.
I wish I could take credit for it. That was a team effort. I want to thank so many people. There's too many people to thank, but I appreciate that. Anise especially and Jared especially put in a lot of extra time. But I do have to say this, I was blown away by the maintenance workers, the custodians,
That's great.
the cafeteria workers.
Food service.
A few of us, including Mrs. Eisman back there, Mr. McEnany stuck around to help clean up afterwards. And we have newfound respect for the work that those men and women do every day. So
I'd like to compliment the students that you had that were serving.
100%.
They were personable and
They really
polite,
were.
and
That's
they came off as really poised adults.
Unbelievable.
I know they were all
They did.
beautifully mannered. I
That's
mean,
great.
everything was just, they
they
knew how
really
to
do. They
do
give
it.
you hope for the future. That's
Yes.
the way I would describe it.
That's great.
Yeah.
All the teachers, the way they pulled that together, the art teachers, for the beautiful vases that they made for the centerpieces, Mark Wren
That's the first
and
centerpiece I
Keaton
wanted to say.
Stantz putting together those coasters. I hope you're enjoying at your home right now. They just, everybody did a tremendous job, so.
They did. And also to Erin, we need to acknowledge them. Without Bridget Matson wasn't able to be there, and her team
Yeah.
really stepped up
They
and
really did.
really ran the program smoothly.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So thank you.
Thank you.
Also at the convention, we recognized the friend of education, Mr. Mark Wyant from Freeport. We elected new and returning board members, and then following the convention, we had our Erin regular board meeting in the library where we approved the traditional list of payments, deposits, treasurer's report, and budget. We accepted the resignation of 2 paraprofessionals, 1 speech clinician, 1 special education teacher, and 1 21st century after-school program lead staff member. We had 1 retirement of a paraprofessional. We hired 2 paras, 1 hourly staff for the 21st century program, 16 ESY teachers, 6 ESY speech language clinicians, and 3 ESY paras. We approved staff travel for the 21st Century Grant. It's required and it's paid for by the grant. We approved 2 volunteer tutors, several agreements, MOAs, and contracts, and we approved the assurance for the operation of the special ed services and programs quality space for 24-25. We also had the first reading of the policy on hiring staff.
Thank you. Okay. Outreach Committee, Dr. Jim Schaefer.
No meeting. Our next one is May 20th at 5.
Excellent. Thank you. Ms. Quintina Thomas, you're up for the library.
Haven't been to a meeting, recently, but they have an acting director, Lori, I forget her last name. She's been at the library probably close to 30 years, so she's probably getting, promoted. So they filled that void and moving forward.
Yeah, she came to our
Yes.
Finance
Yeah, she
Committee
did a
meeting
lot.
and she's very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Lloyd Fletcher, yeah.
Lord Fletcher, okay.
And the committee agreed unanimously that we'd like to give them the money. So we have a motion tonight for the audit and
Yes.
finance portion.
Oh, good for you.
Okay. Dr. Sally?
Yes, I have a short report, even though Doug says make it fast. There's an AI symposium, May 9th. It's free. It's held virtually, and it's a multifaceted look at AI in K through 12 education. So if you want to register for that, you go into your My PSBA. And this was probably in the news. Governor Shapiro, probably most of you know this, but I'll say it anyway, says that Pennsylvania will move school standardized testing online, totally online in 2026. And it's an effort to save time and give more time to classroom education. They'll create a user-friendly exam for the students, and it'll lift the burden off of teachers and administrators. Governor Shapiro would also like to get rid of the federally required standardized test, but that would mean that Pennsylvania would lose $600 million in federal aid. So that's something everybody, okay, whatever. Okay, then I want to remind you, this isn't a report, but we had talked about the board self-evaluation and we never discussed, so think about this, we never discussed how often we're going to do it, when we're going to do it. But if we're going to, we must do it, in my feeling, but it should be done, by the end of the year or a 6-month period before, maybe in June. But we need to know up ahead of time so we can get that set up with PSBA. But I don't think we've discussed that since I first brought it up.
And I think the last time we discussed it, we said we should probably get a couple months under our belt. It's probably time to reach out if you'd like me to reach out, or if you want to reach out and we can set that up. Maybe
Yeah, I have the email and I can reach out and okay.
Yeah, let's do that this week and we'll get it scheduled and move forward.
Okay, that's all I have.
Good, thank you, Sally. Academic and Extracurricular Committee, Dr. Sue?
Yeah, we haven't met. We're meeting next Monday at 5:30, but we do have 2 motions for this evening. The first one, 5.2, is the student disciplinary agreement that based on the recommendation of administration, the board approves the student disciplinary agreement for student number 2324-9 as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Doug. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it.
5.3, 2023-2024 graduation class. Based on the recommendation of administration, the board approves the list of seniors as submitted by Mr. Wade McElhaney, principal, for graduation on June 7th, 2024, provided their work for the balance of the school year is satisfactory.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Okay, next we have Dr. Jim Schaefer. You're up.
So no meeting. We have a couple motions here. 6.2, that the board approves board policy number 903, public participation in board meetings.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Rob, this has been in the news a lot, so if you want to just give us a brief.
Yes, ma'am. This comes out of, on the heels of a lawsuit in eastern Pennsylvania that gives the boards more power basically to set a little bit stricter regulations. This board really didn't change a whole lot. It does protect individual board members from being called out by name or publicly ridiculed during the board meeting. It sets some time limits on public comment that the board can either choose to enforce or relax on both the beginning and the end of the, and it sets some rules like you're not allowed to use profanity and vulgarity, but that's, a lot of that's already been in place. So that's really it.
Anything else? Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, the ayes have it. Next.
All right, 6.3 is appointing of voting delegates for PSBA. That the board appoints Sally McCombie and 2 potential others as the Indiana School District Board of Directors voting delegates for the 2024 Delegate Assembly. The hybrid event will be held on Saturday, November 2nd, 2024.
Second.
Wait, oh, okay,
Second.
Discussion, go ahead.
sorry.
I'll volunteer.
Yay! And it's going to be online, right? Or
You can either
virtually.
go
You can
to it
either
or
go
you can, yeah.
Do you want to do it, Doug? Do you want to be able
I
to please?
catch Penn State, Ohio State weekend. I'm not going to be around.
Well,
Me neither.
Tom?
So, didn't we do it last year, Tom? You and I attended some online meeting.
Something like that.
Was it bad or long or?
Next we go to Mr.
Sue was
Adams.
irritated by it.
Overcommitted.
She was irritated.
All right, I'm gonna say
I
Walter.
might get irritated.
I figured it's gonna
Okay,
be kind of long.
that's great.
Tedious. I figured.
Don't tell them that it's online.
I'm gonna do it.
It's appropriate.
Yes, we don't have to tell
Yeah.
you.
Think you keep on
volunteered me
record.
last year.
All those in
Okay,
favor
so it's-
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then you didn't come.
Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you.
All right, and employment of the extended school year paraeducator and teachers, that based on the recommendation of the administration, the board approves the hiring of the following paraeducators, teachers for the extended school year program to begin June 17th to July 10th, 2024 at their per diem rate. And the list will be provided to
Second.
Subs too.
We have a second.
There are subs. And I will just say that this, again, Mrs. Maruka was upset she couldn't be here tonight. She has a thing with her ear. She had to go to a doctor, and I told her to take the rest of the night off. But this is a testament to her work and the work of Mrs. Dadson. Lord Dadson's an outstanding educator by any measure. And she has seen this need, recognized this need. She lobbied Tara to make this move, who then lobbied us to make this move. And it's the right thing to do for kids. And we're very confident this is going to save us some money too in the long run. So it's going to improve the outcomes for our students and save the district money. It's a lot of work for Ms. Dadson and her crew and Mrs. Maruka, but it's worth it. So.
No, we certainly thank them. Thank you, all of you, for this. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Okay, next we go to Mr. Harley, Buildings and Grounds, please.
Okay, we had a meeting of Buildings and Grounds on March 18th. We talked about Eisenhower and what's going on there. The committee recommended several change orders, some of which have been already incorporated. Have all these change orders been through the board?
Yeah, we have no outstanding change orders.
There's one listed on your total change orders by contract of number 6 that we did not accept. So that needs to come off the total. That was the Duralast roofing, the 81,000. We didn't accept that.
Is it on the most recent one?
It's on my minutes. And I think it's on the minutes.
For the last board meeting, we didn't discuss any change orders at the last committee meeting.
We didn't have anything.
March 18th? Oh my goodness.
No, your last
This is
meeting,
a-
you're the wrong month.
No, we didn't, because you made a comment about it even.
Yeah, guess what? I pulled up the wrong minutes. So.
You were, but the basic update on,
April 1st.
I don't know that the minutes for last,
They're not, yeah.
Are not up yet, but the agenda would
so
be
the-
there.
The last meeting was April 1st, is that correct?
no, April 15th.
yeah, it was tax day.
tax.
Okay, so, I don't know what to say.
Well, we had an update on Eisenhower talk.
We talked about Eisenhower. We just briefly discussed Horace Mann. We talked about Ben Franklin and East Pike Playground Pathways, if there's a motion on the agenda tonight for that. We talked about the stadium pole repairs. There's a motion on the agenda tonight for that as well.
We talked about the childcare upgrade and a little bit about the science rooms.
Yep, and then we started a conversation on the scoring matrix for capital reserve projects, which
We asked administration to take the first swing at that.
Yep.
And we also talked about the ESCO and where that was.
Yep, and they
But
should
we
be
don't-
coming
we
back.
don't have- We don't have that report in hand.
Yep, they should be coming back to us
Yeah.
in May, hopefully.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're looking at the ESCO for was whether they could do the field lighting at the football field. So we can include that. But we have a motion on to repair the poles. Right now, if the poles are not safe to replace the light bulb on. So we need to do something with those poles. So, is that about it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's your motion.
Did we have any, Larry gave a very nice report about what was going on. And used the map to explain what was happening. Most of the footings are in now. And most of the soft ground has been discovered, so we're not expecting to see many more change orders for that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and they have the they have the red steel for the gymnasium wing, laying on the ground ready to install. So,
A lot of cement has been poured over the past couple of weeks in the new areas and
And he also complained about the rain, 7 inches of rain in 2 weeks. And yet they're still building things, which is kind of.
Yeah, if you have a chance to drive by, do so. It's amazing what they've accomplished.
We got pictures on email.
Yeah, we did.
Thanks for those.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I have 2 motions then. The first is Ben Franklin and East Pike walkways. Based on the recommendation of the committee, the board approves paving the walkways at both Ben Franklin and East Pike playgrounds at an estimated total cost of $22,000.
Second.
Any discussion?
About 9,000 of this is in hand for the East Pike walkway. This will connect the building back doors to the accessible playground. And it also will connect both playgrounds at Ben Franklin with a paved walkway so that it'll make it significantly more accessible. The playground is still, both those playgrounds are still chips, so they're not really mobile, and the equipment there is not accessible. So,
I just
Good.
wanted to thank the United Way of Indiana County for making a significant donation to help pay for this, making the accessible playground truly accessible. So,
yeah, it certainly eases the pain a little bit, but both of these things need to be done, so. Did we get a second on that?
Yep.
Okay,
All right, and you're finished?
I'm finished.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you.
7.4 stadium pole lighting maintenance. Based on the recommendation of the committee, the board approved the replacement of lighting pole safety climbing systems at the high school stadium at an estimated cost of $21,222.
Second.
Okay, discussion. Anything? Tom, do you have any comments about this?
It just, we can't touch the light bulbs if they burn out. this
Yeah, I
season.
thought it was rather obvious at the
Yeah,
committee.
yeah, and,
It's the reality of it.
We're hoping to get some more information on the ESCO about replacing them with the Musco system or something like that. The Musco system came in at over $500,000. So this will buy a few years and I can figure out what to do. But it also keeps the football field from going dark on us.
Okay, any further discussion? Those approving signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Okay, thank you, Tom. The ayes have it. All right, I'm up. We did have a meeting tonight. And mostly you should know that we're having a budget workshop at a date to be announced. So we'll send out something to the board. And maybe the date will be the 8th of May, maybe the date will be the 15th.
so
I think
We settled on May 15th. Okay,
Yes.
good.
May 15th.
May 15th.
May 15th. And
We
it'll-
didn't settle on the
a
time.
time to be determined.
Well, 5 or 5:30. I think we can count on.
5:30 you said?
5 or 5:30.
Okay.
Yeah, depends how. I think it's gonna be a packed meeting, so,
You think it's gonna be a what?
a packed, the agenda's gonna be pretty.
Oh,
packed.
okay.
There will be lots.
I thought you said a packed room.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have all kinds of guests at the audit. We also, Jared also talked about the, where we sit coming up on year end, which is a little better than we had hoped for. And then we did the food service budget. Jared, do you want to go over briefly that budget for us and what we talked about? We were going to make a profit.
The food service budget for next year is projected at a $70,000 profit. That's something Chartwell's guarantees, and they have met their guarantee in pretty much every year except COVID, which was explainable. So we're hoping that that will continue, so we can continue to pay for everything food service requires out of the food service fund.
So the fund is running about, what did you say, 700,000?
It does. It's going to take a big hit with Eisenhower, but we'll still have some money left in there.
So we'll pay for the Eisenhower equipment out of the food service budget. Okay. And also, we are going to increase prices a little bit on our school lunches, but not as much as previously. So you want to go over
5
that?
cents for elementary and 5 cents for secondary, and then 5 cents for adult lunch as well.
So things are looking good with the school food budget. We have enough money to cover Eisenhower. We're doing pretty well. There was one other thing we went over, the library funding request.
Oh, yeah.
So we had a nice presentation by the chair of the board and the Lori Fletcher.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, she's the acting director. She gave a very nice report on how much they do for the community and all the summer programs, and how it's more than just for our students, it's just for the families of everybody in the district, and how heavily it's used in their new online programs, their new online apps. So we're supporting the committee unanimously supported the request of additional $4,000 a year. So that would bring our annual contribution up to $15,000. And we're recommending that we keep it recurring because we have not made a move in the funding for years. And I wrote down somewhere, Jared, somebody had asked at the last meeting, I think White Township, if memory serves me, chips in $80,000 a year. The borough does $38,000 in kind and another
69,000.
Yeah,
There you go.
he took notes.
Okay. Did I get that right?
80,000 White Township, 69 from the borough, plus 38,000 in kind for the building, 11,000 from the school district as of last year.
Yeah. So we'll be we're asking you to support that.
But it's not on this agenda to vote.
Well, yeah, but it couldn't. No, I guess we can't.
No, we'll put it on the next
Yeah.
agenda.
All righty. So we have anything else you want to add?
Nope.
So I'm going to move 8.2 food service prices for the 2024-25 school year. And we list those based on the recommendation of the committee. The board approves a 5-cent increase to the elementary and secondary paid lunches, setting the prices at the following, and they're listed as at SEC.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, thank you. The ayes have it. 8.3, the food service budget, that based on the recommendation of the committee, the 2024-25 food service budget presented by Chartwells be approved, and that the administration be authorized to enter into a 1-year contract with Chartwells for the 2024-25 school year.
Second.
Any discussion? I think they've certainly done a terrific job, and at that Aaron building, boy, that was just tremendous. So, any more discussion, any further comment? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Okay, that concludes my report. Now we'll move into our closing discussion items. Anything? Public comment? Jerry, do we have anything? Enclosures, conference reports, treasurer's report. Do I have to list all these conference report names? Okay.
Do need to make note of this pretty significantly. There's our meeting for
Oh, yeah.
our typical board meeting, which will be on May 13th, will not be held May 13th because of the Excellence in Education Award, which you're all obviously invited to. We'll have several tables that we're going to purchase through the district. And then the board meeting will be moved to, there will only be one meeting in May, on May 20th.
And we're having an audit and finance budget meeting, budget workshop on the 15th of May, probably between 5 or 5. Let's just cut the baby with the bathwater and start it at 5:15.
5:15.
Okay, our next, so there will be the regular meeting on Monday, May 20th at 7:30 to discuss general purposes. Next committee meeting, please note the change in date and times. Academic and extracurricular, May 6th, 5:30, policy and personnel canceled. Outreach, May 20th, 24, 5 PM, audit and finance. Budget workshop will be, as I just said, and then the regular meeting, May 20th at 5:30, buildings and grounds, 6:15 on the 20th. Anything for the good of the order? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say
Aye.
Thank you.
He has a game to coach.
I am,